Many of us are working from home asking, how do we balance life and work? Dr. Shauna Moore is going to share her thoughts with us. That's next on Wellbeing Matters. Hello, MCPS staff members. Thank you for joining us for this episode of Wellbeing Matters. And Dr. Moore, thank you for joining us to discuss the unprecedented challenges of work-life balance right now.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Many of us are managing our own children's virtual learning while we're also working. So how do we take care of them and ourselves in order to lessen feeling overwhelmed?
Wow, that's a big question. I think many of us are going through that right now, no matter what the occupation or where we work. But the main thing is finding some kind of balance between the schoolwork and the actual work that we have to do. And a lot of that has to do with scheduling, finding time for all the activities that need to be done in that day time frame. So we can just begin by sitting down and scheduling your day, or putting down everything down on a calendar or a scheduler, or even in your phone will make a big difference in how your day is run.
Thank you. What about those single parents or guardians that may be really struggling to manage it all? Any advice for them?
Yes, there is a lot of resources out there that we may not even know about, but teaming with other families or other parents that are going through the same thing, it really helps. So you feel like you're not alone going through this process, but also having someone to back you up. So it could be parents taking turns with lessons or tutoring, or making sure things are taken care of around the home, taking turns when you need a break. One thing we forget about is, even though we're working and even though our children are in school, us as parents, we're overwhelmed sometimes and we're stressed and we need a break. So teaming up with other parents just to get a little break in there, a little self-care, makes a world of difference. So it's knowing the resources that are out there and knowing that you're not out here by yourself. Taking advantage of employee assistance programs that offers counseling and support, and also referrals to different agencies, but also pulling resources from the community that are available. So making sure that your teachers or your staff have a list of resources that are available to them in the area makes a world of difference, because a lot of people do not know that those resources are out there.
Some great suggestions, Dr. Moore. Thank you. What's some general top advice that you share with people who are really struggling with work-life balance?
Ooh, get help. Help is out. Whether you find your own personal counselor, or, like I said before, reaching out to employee assistance programs, sometimes having that extra ear, that extra person, that extra voice there will make a world of difference. So a lot of people feel alone because they're not reaching out, or they're keeping to themselves, or they may be ashamed that they're overwhelmed. There's no shame. Everyone feels like, okay, these are my children. I should be on top of everything. But the climate that we're in right now is stressful for everybody. There's no one that's going through this COVID era, that's not affected. So do not feel like you have to carry the whole weight of the world on your shoulders. There is assistance out there that you can have someone to release to, that you can vent to, that you can get advice from. So the main thing is, do not feel like you have to go through this by yourself, and you're not a bad parent to say, I need help. I mean, if you're a great parent saying that I need help, you recognize that there's a problem that needs to be solved and you're getting assistance for it. So take advantage of resources that are out there and don't feel ashamed of doing that.
Dr. Moore, thank you so much for saying that. I know work-life balance is an area that I'm struggling with as well right now. So a question that I have is, when do we know when it's time to seek professional help?
Wow. Everybody's different when you get to the point of being overwhelmed. Different signs there. It could be the lack of sleep, the lack of eating, gaining weight, not being active, having a hard time getting out of bed, where you just want to just pull the covers over your head and sleep all day. There's little subtle signs, but when you're outside of yourself, when you're not able to do those normal things that you're usually able to do without a problem or issue, it may be an issue where you are becoming a little sad or a little depressed, or you might need a little a bit of assistance. So when you notice that you're not able to handle those things that you usually handle without a problem, it may be a sign that you might need additional assistance there.
Great. Dr. Moore, thank you so much for your advice and for your time. We really value it. I hope everyone found it helpful. MCPS staff, don't forget, the Employee Assistance Program is here to help. Please feel free to reach out to us at any time. Thank you for watching Wellbeing Matters. And be well, everyone.